Morning, fellas. Welcome back to the Fine and Dandy podcast.
The podcast where two fellas are usually found catching up, supping up, and all that jazz. But as you can see, once again, it's not a new location, but we are sat in a different configuration.
We are sat in a different configuration. Good analogy there, Dan. Welcome to the Fine and Dandy 2022 year in review.
Nice. It's a good job of that rhymes because next year we can't. It's like 2023, the year was not for me.
No, well, hopefully it is. But me and Dan are going to look into the year of 2022 and see what the fuck went on. I'm talking from January to December. From
the world, the UK, to us, and just how we felt about stuff. But honestly, what do you think about this? I feel like I'm a news presenter in a minute. I feel like I'm on a talk show.
I feel like I'm on a talk show and I've got nothing to talk about.
Do you feel a little more chilled out? I like this, me.
Can I do one thing?
Yeah.
And if you are watching and listening on Spotify, I'm just going to do a lean back. That is what I needed to do.
Do you mind if I share
share
this with you?
Me and Dan's got a puff. Or buffet. Sorry, how you say it? Phoebe buffet.
That is nice. Speak to me, Andrew.
Right, so this is a really chilled episode, basically. Me and Dan have just gone onto Wikipedia and said, what the fuck happened in January, February, and so on. But we've also had a look into what did we do as Fine and Dandy in January, February, March, April, and May.
So I mean, look, there's two things that happen. We're obviously more concerned about happening Fine and Dandy, but I think we tried to formulate this list ourselves. What we did is we put obviously January to November, all the months of the year, and we
even
tried
your voice is more chilled out. It's like I could actually go to sleep.
Like cuckoo.
Yeah, me and you doing weed, man.
And we try to fill in blanks ourselves. There's the obvious ones like September and all that. But yeah, we just thought no one. If you're out there and you do a year in review, which I'm sure everyone used to do. We just couldn't find one, so unless we're late, but usually they do it like beginning of December.
We could find a couple of year in the views, but we're all like Forbes financial year in the view, and we're like, we don't know anything about finance, but you know, the Bitcoin did drop. And the Bitcoin did drop this year, and I've lost millions.
By millions, I mean millions of pennies.
Absolutely thousands of them.
So Andy, I think let's just get into it. Look, it's a nice way to end the year. What? I
love it when you're in a zone, when you're in a zone of like, yeah, I want to get this podcast going. You always go, look, this.
Look. I'm here. I'm chilled out with a puff. Not for but watch that. You feel rattling bog. You might have to pull forward a little bit.
Oh, the rattling bog down in the valley. Oh,
you might actually have to pull forward a little bit because you didn't hear that. Sorry about that.
Sorry, man. You guys continue.
Yeah, sorry. So, yeah. That's you're not springing to that. So look. It's just a chill one. We just thought, let's let what happened this year. Andrew, you're the man with the notes because
what
as
I want
usual,
you to feel like,
my phone's recording, my laptop's there.
If you're listening at home, just sit back, relax, get a coffee or a beer because it's on brand for Fine and Dandy, and just chill out for a minute and listen to what happened in 2022. Because at the end of it, we might talk about our goals of 2023.
Absolutely. Do you want to start it off before we get into that? Did you have set yourself any New Year's resolutions this year?
Dan, that's a fantastic question, and we didn't plan it beforehand. Yes, I did.
You wanted to... I can't remember. You have told me. Obviously a fitness one.
That's it, innit? I had a fitness one. Obviously, I've got some business ones that...
Sorry about that. Someone else a coffee.
That I don't know if I even have achieved because within 2 weeks or 3 weeks of setting these goals, what I think we need to talk about in further detail, I've already let them go out of my grasp. I am just the most... My dad always says to me, Andy... It says Dan. It says, Andy, you'd be minting army because you're a gunner man.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And guess what I do? I sit on my fat ass and watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine all the way through January.
I don't mind Superstore.
Do you not think... Do you actually like Superstore?
I don't mind a few.
Me, Latino and that. But me and you, Dan, and I think you're the same. We've got such high goals, but we just never... Why do we never reach them? I'm talking about resolutions. I didn't mean to say goals.
I don't know. I think speak from my point of view, my obvious one was to start gym again, which is the most vanilla one ever, but it's true. But I convinced myself that I'm not starting like first week, second week of Jan, because that's when everyone does it. I'll wait till February, and then February comes around. I'm just like, I'll wait till March, and then it's December 20th, and I'm still waiting.
That's the thing, man. Why can't we just
enjoy it, man?
Why can't we just? I actually probably want to get fit because I'm thinking I'm having a shit on the toilet and I can see my reflection in the shower mirror right when I'm shitting.
Yeah.
And I looked at it. I looked at my reflection. I thought, I'm 27 nearly now. I don't think I'm ever gonna get physically fit.
No, but they always say that if you don't tackle it now, you like, you know what I mean. You should get. Sorry, I'm trying to put my phone down instead so it doesn't start recording. If you don't tackle it now, like it's just a slippery downward slope. You've got to nip it in the bud now. Do you know what I mean?
So Do I actually hear New Year's resolutions for this year now?
I think we end with that.
I apologise. Would you like me to move on?
Yeah.
I feel like I smoked a doobie, mate.
Honestly, I'm proper good tune, mate.
I am as well, man.
My cheeks are nicely stoned.
Right, I would say to Dan now, would you like to hazard a guess what happened in January, but we've just done research for each other. So, in Wikipedia's opinion, COVID officially came to an end in England in January. Basically, they just went, fuck it, lads, in January.
We are doing a full episode on COVID.
Which we could.
Which I think we actually should, even though no one's listened to it. I just think I'm glad it's off way. And like, what's that? Some people do get it a bit if they test, but one who tests, and two, like, imagine if now, 3 years old, which is mad, we got told stay inside and wear face masks. I'd just be like, no.
Yeah. Do you remember though going to those driving COVID centres? They were like actually like a
Army and that.
They were like a disaster film, weren't it? Like you drove in and someone just stuck a tube up your nose and that.
I can't go up your nose. I've had a few in my ass. Flared, obviously.
You weren't that mad though.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
We just accepted it, didn't we?
And do you remember queues outside Asda?
I've got queued to get it. It's like, I just want some bread.
The thing is, I just want some bread and toilet roll. My ass is shitty as fuck. Everyone like actually parted queues like Moses in Bible and that because my ass was just shitty as fuck. Like, yeah, I haven't bought any in weeks, man.
No left from the shelf.
My hand were brown, like I've been fake tanning.
Absolute Josh hand.
Yeah, but COVID was mad. It officially came to an end. But one other thing happened in January. Mason Greenwood. The whole video came out about Mason Greenwood. And did you listen to the video?
Yeah, and we're not saying it off on like a dart zone, but genuine, that's like probably the biggest actual news story that happened. And
It was fucking massive.
did I hit video? Yeah, what a prick.
Actually, I think we should listen to the video
Yeah,
beforehand.
it's not that bad.
No, I think we should listen to the video. It is bad. I think we should listen to the video beforehand. But I'm sure he said something like, he's basically raping his
He's
missus.
like, get off me, and he's like, no, you fucking will do that.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to fuck you. And he's like, Mason, you're not the way. You are going to be going to jail.
The thing is, what Arrow's like 20, if that.
He's not even that, man.
Like, decent baller and all that, supposedly. Just been given everything too soon, too quick. Never
Put on a pedestal.
never been told no, and just been in a position where he thinks he can do that, and it's just like, prick, mate. What? And it's again like age comes. You could say that if someone did it at 36 is a waste because 36 is like well young. That's in 10 years for us, but like. Genuinely, having the potential to be like, it could have been at World Cup this year, like
Could have been a World Cup, man.
and having the potential to do that, and then you've actually just tossed your full. I mean,
Yeah,
he's not going to get the. I don't think he'll get the full sentence that he deserves because of like money and that. But like,
Do you think though? Because Adam Johnson probably had money and he went to fucking Slammer.
ain't he straight back out absolutely fingering kids?
No, it's fucking Adam Johnson at Slammers, man.
But still, I don't know, but. And I'm not this. Let's play the devil's advocate in this.
I don't think you play devil's advocate in Mason Greenwood's rape case.
No, I'm not. But it's to look at it from a if you thick as fuck point of view. It was his girlfriend at the time. It's not like he's gone out on the streets, pinned a woman up against one, and done a typical. I don't know what to. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But like it's his girlfriend and stuff. So I think there's probably some proper thick idiots. Like, oh, it's his bird. She asked you for it. You followed her back on Instagram. Like, it's just like.
Do you know what I
it's
see
not
quite a
acceptable.
lot of?
Yeah.
People put in like, oh, it's such a shame that he's like throwing his career away and that. It's his fault. No one said, Mason, just pop her and rape her, will you? No one ever mentioned that. It's his fault. He's a dickhead.
It's his fault, and to be honest with you, there's always dickheads in all kinds of things, and he's not the only one. But, you've got Mendy, and isn't the Arsenal one that's what the fuck's it called? There's an Arsenal one that he's still playing at the minute because he's on bail, but again, has he done it? I don't
He's on
know.
Gareth.
He's on the old Gareth, but it's just like, just because you're a decent footballer, don't mean to say you can get away with being a piece of shit, Mason.
Well, I'll say it, and hopefully I don't go down for slander. Cristiano Ronaldo has raped somebody.
And he's got the old money to silence it.
That's ridiculous, though. Like Michael Jackson.
We're a rapiste.
Was Michael Jackson a rapiste?
Yeah.
Like one of the most notorious paedophiles in the world.
What a?
He's taking piss.
I just didn't really pay attention. I knew that there was something dodgy about him. But
No, you not know about him asking kids to sleep in his bed with him, and being all dodgy with kids and that, and he definitely
think
fucked
about
her.
it. Fucking hell, man.
Like, I
He's
know it's
definitely
not.
been to Epstein's Island and that.
Oh, Michael Jackson be like, hee Epstein's Island all the time.
You pass from Michael back.
Any idea, sir? I do it with love like a milky.
Can you just come close to the thing so I can see your face?
Right. And we did think, so we're going to talk about that a little bit more, but we did think for January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, November, December, we're going to mention what was the biggest Fine and Dandy video.
That's the most important headline of each month, if you ask me.
Oh, did I not start with that?
No,
sorry, man. So the biggest headline of January is...
Let's sack Mason off now. Let's just talk about what in Jan.
Fine and Dandy had their first ever guest on. Let's talk about behind the scenes of having this first ever guest on. What we did, what we had to do, what we had to rent out, what we did, man. Come on.
Yeah.
How did we even get in touch with it? So, reveal who it were and talk about it.
So, in January, we had his first guest, Tyler Henry, also known as Typical T from Doncaster, local rapper. Do you know what?
Why did we want Typical T on?
We want Typical T because about time, I need a game changer to turn the game around and make the game major. We've always liked Tip T, you know, Blurred Lines freestyle.
We got introduced to Typical T when we were like 17, 18.
Younger than that. We've just always known, get your shoes on. And it's a notorious ongoing, like, first Lads Order went on Napa, our rapping Tip T.
Yeah, exactly.
And last Lads Order went on Napa, our rapping Tip T. So someone else from Donny, and she's like, I've got Tip T in my phone. So we rapped to him on Snapchat. And then we just
where was that in Mali?
Napa. And then we just got in touch, and so he's just like a local rapper, you know. Tyler's he's not as big as Drake, but he's a good lad.
To like the community outside in the world, it might not have been biggest guest, but for us, it was like one of the biggest guests because it's like nostalgia for us. We're like, I actually can't wait to meet Tip T.
Yeah, it was sick, and you know, in terms of podcasts, we'd not even practiced with a guest. Like we just never ever had me and Andy talking to someone else. It was like a big thing to do, and. Where do we do it?
So
because we've had, we had many locations.
Before that, for weeks we were like on Zoom because obviously the schedules and that. Me and you, we were like fuck, what we're gonna actually set a Tip T like. We had loads of questions and that, right? And then we're like, where we're gonna do it because realistically, are you just gonna invite a stranger into your home?
No,
because we do this podcast. We'll do a dance home. We do bar in dance home. We've done a couple in my gaff, haven't we? But not many. But we hired out. Like a conference suite, basically, to do it in.
Holiday Inn in Barnsley, and probably the biggest show we've had today so far. We didn't really know, did we? Because now we do guest ones in your cafe, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
So that's, I don't know why we didn't think of that in the first place. But we did that, and I remember we thought we would get stood up. I think you were like half an hour late. We'll let you off, Tyler. You're a good lad.
We're still keeping in touch, to be fair.
Yeah, on that. I think he wants to come back on to Tyler. Let us know next year. We'll get you back on. Maybe for year rewind.
Maybe year rewind. What have we done this year, Tyler Henry?
Yes. And it was just, you know what, we met. Like I said, we never had a guest. We never done this setup with three people.
Were you shitting yourself?
I in the wait, you know, the setup and everything. I went through phase of shit himself to. Not himself to where is it? I went through all the emotions.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's saying me on. This is with everything we've done. No shit. Just once we'd introduced yourself, had a chat, so we were down. We turned mics on. Fine.
Yeah, we're fine, wasn't it?
We had a really good time. We had a good chat about all sorts of music, time in prison, what he's up to now, all kinds of stuff. And I mean, that's the best one from January. But yeah, that was the start of time. We called it Time With at the time.
We did. What do we call it now?
I still check on at Time With Pearl.
Yeah, I've seen that. What we do now is we met him and we still rap to Tyler Henry's raps, Typical T's raps. So thanks for coming on in January, Typical T. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, it was sick, and that was Fine and Dandy's first milestone. Do you know what? We started off the year with a bang. We were motivated as fuck. We'll get into this, but we've dipped massively. But January, we're fucking smashing this, fellas.
We've dipped and then we've.
I'd like to say so. So that's January.
February.
Dun, 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 dun.
Fine and Dandy. I'm going to go in with Fine and Dandy right now. We kept the momentum going, and this is the first time we ever met Jay from Bottle & Co. And we had Jay from Bottle & Co. as a guest as a beer specialist. Fantastic booking.
Jay, I mean, we've literally just recorded beer tiers and we got the beers from your shop. You're really inside us. If you look at the video, it did well, and it's actually in before the shop got revamped by Jay, and all the beers not surrounded anymore. Jay, I wouldn't mind a minute when you kept the beers there, but it was nice to get a guest on who was sort of educating us. We were asking the question.
That's a good point. I think what we want to do in the future as well is get more people like Jay to teach the noobs of beer what the fuck we need to look for in beers and stuff.
All the noobs of anything.
All the noobs of anything, any topic.
It is nice when you're talking to someone and you listening. I like to say that we do all right when we're speaking to people. But there's for me, there's people who've got a story, you know, Tyler, Carol, likes that, and there's people who are coming to educate us.
Yeah.
And you need a mixture of both, and it was nice to speak to, you know, we claim this podcast about beers in his intro, we do beer teas as a site, you know, his main as main bread and butter kind of thing. But it were nice to have someone on and just ask them the questions that we don't know crackers. But it's fine to ask these questions.
He educated us massively on beer as well,
Yeah, and it would be a big thing to go into, you're like, yes, I'll come on. In fact, originally we just wanted to actually record one at Jay's, didn't we?
I can't remember how it came about, but he did tell us.
We were like, can we record it in yours? And then sort of last minute, like, do you want to come on? He was like, yeah. And then God bless him, he literally had this 16-page transcript of what he wanted to talk about. Like,
he was like, I remember him being like, I don't really know why you want me to talk on it. He came in with like, full on, and this is every information you ever need to know. It was actually sound as fuck, man.
So that were a good one for February. What happened news-wise in February, Andy?
Well, I think you'll be very pleased to know that Vladimir Putin invaded Ukraine.
And what's your thoughts and opinions on that?
It's still going on, Dan, but does anybody talk about it?
You've got straight to the point, which I'm glad about. No, and do you know what's bad? Do you know if you ask me, do you give a fuck? No, but I'm going to be honest with you. Because it's not in news, you have to say it off the cuff. No. You do, but there's wars in other places that go on. But obviously, we had a big media push, and they all said that it were, which I'm spoiling March, they all say it was to distract us from what we're going on with our government.
Yeah.
But, like, it makes sense because it's obviously still going on. And, yes, you can't talk about it forever, but, like, I think the reason it was so big on news was it was accumulation. One, to cover up what we're actually going on in our country. And two, like you mentioned in January at the end of COVID, they needed something else. Because it literally, news seems to go COVID, Russian war, see you later, COVID.
That is true, Dan, but it is massive.
I'm not denying the scale of it. That's what I'm saying. Like, once it's taken out the limelight, do you even think about it?
I don't, but that's the issue. When it's taken out of the limelight, I don't think about it one little bit. Which is bad on my part. And it could be the start of World War 3.
Well, it could be, it's its chances. I don't know.
And there was that time, like, recently where it was like, if he, like, flew a missile into Poland, which maybe he did, maybe he didn't.
Not longer.
That would have been the start of World War 3, and I was like, this is it.
Yeah, we had a few of them, because even Trump had a go with that, didn't he, when he was with Kim Jong-un and that.
Trump might get back in.
He's a good lad. It's obviously it's a massive thing, and I think it was genuinely February, March, April, and it was like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
It was proper scary times, and it's mad. Like,
we had to actually home Ukrainian refugees in English homes.
How many did you take in?
Oh God, I ain't got a spare bedroom, so I didn't take in any.
They can have my bed.
They can have my bed
as long as she's fit.
Yeah, or he. I didn't take any in, Dan, but it were a massive deal. Putin, he invaded that. He thought it were his land. It's not his land. Putin's a dick. Recently, Max Foss. We were talking to Max Foss, actually. Probably around that time.
Yeah, you sent him a voice note.
We sent me a voice note. We back and forth. But he recently uploaded a video where he did...
When you recently talking February recent?
No, I'm talking like last week.
Okay.
But he went to the British town of Bell End and put up a statue of the world's biggest bell end, which was Putin with a bell end head.
Okay.
And people threw eggs at it.
Why is the go-to food item for people to lob eggs? I think maybe it's the structure and texture.
Tomatoes.
Yeah, but I think tomatoes are just a shit egg.
Yeah.
Why is that? Dun, 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 dun. I love it when you drop the pressure.
I need to try and get like. There we go. I think I'm alright.
Why? I think it's because eggs like they're quite solid. Then you throw in the splat and you get the good like. Oh, you did.
Yeah. Have you ever egged
sticky? No, but we've been egged.
We've been egged.
Can't remember. We're walking up to Luigi's up near hospital. We got egged by day after driving past.
No.
We were like 14 at the time.
Yeah. I cannot remember.
You know that bus stop where that triangle park is? On way up to hospital. Oh, it's a shit concert.
Sorry, yeah, go on. Tell me after.
So what else we got? Russia, Ukraine.
Yeah, sorry, Russia.
So that's obviously a big thing.
Russia and Ukraine, huge deal. That's all I got for February. But it is a big deal.
Yes, it is a big deal. But March came along. Soon came along, didn't it?
And this is actually a bigger deal.
Yeah.
In the British community. Boris Johnson Partygate scandal.
That's a big old girl, and that was so big at the time.
Boris Johnson physically said, I'm sure he said something along the lines of, don't quote me on this, but I didn't know about any party going on in my house where I was drinking red wine and eating crackers and cheese.
Yeah, he were papped non-stop eating cracks and chips.
He were actually blue cheddar in everywhere, man. Cut Boris Johnson open, he bleeds a party in his house with blue cheese.
It was a proper cathedral shitty move on it.
But the thing is, why deny it? If someone literally said like, oh, I've got like video evidence here of this party, I'd be like, Mum, Dad, yes, I had a party.
Well, they denied it because 1, I'm urine. 2, If he just said, yeah, like, it just proves how much scumbags this country is.
The thing is, right, this is where I need to get passionate now. People's relatives died in hospital. They couldn't visit them. All the while, Boris Johnson were eating crackers and cheese and drinking wine.
Weren't the time we got papped when Liz, rest in peace, were at Philip's funeral? And that famous
it were around that time, yeah.
And while that Boris Johnson's getting cocaine sniff off his bell by Liz Truss.
Speaking of Liz Truss. Yeah, Boris Johnson did, but I reckon that's one of the worst things any Prime Minister's ever done publicly, because obviously behind closed doors they might have done mad shit.
I mean, in terms of the concept of what it is, a party's harmless, but in the context of they are the ones setting the rules.
Yeah.
And people got fired. House party in Liverpool, uni students being students, you know, whatever they did.
Loads of like outdoor raves and that.
Yeah, like, you know, got fined like 15 grand and stuff. Then literal Boris Johnson said, you must not go to this, you must not do that.
Stay at home.
Literally, second you got off podium, you're like, party at my fellas was coming.
Second you off podium, quick WhatsApp to the group and went in gear. And by gear I mean cheese and crackers. I reckon that's the worst thing any government's ever done for in England. In my knowledge, anyway.
Man's just an absolute laughing stock in here.
He does. I'm glad. Would you have him back?
No, but there were things when skipping ahead, but there were things that once trust that down. He would favour it to come back. It's like, just proves that shit.
I know, but who else would you have apart from Rishi Sunak? That's something for the future.
But Partygate, like, he's just mad in it, and we're just absolute bellends that we're just sitting like, yeah, that's fine. And then there's people defending him. So I'm not even political, and I don't agree with any of them because they're all just as bad as each other. But like, even if you spot one side or the other, how can you take the literal fact, like this man said no parties, no this, and people were dying, people couldn't see that. I think for me it's when you remember that, like I said, people were dying and people 100%. Couldn't see people relatives before them, all that kind of stuff. If it was just no one's allowed a party, but everyone were at home and not dying, it'd be like, dickhead, but whatever. But it's when there's deaths involved and people following the rules and getting pissed in the face.
There were literally hundreds of thousands of people in England, I reckon, that I know somebody who was like close to them died at the time, and they're obviously fuming, man, because he's having parties and just not following rules that he set out in order to stop people dying, essentially, innit?
Yeah, it's just one rule for one and more of other, and that's fucking not.
And Fine and Dandy's biggest little was would you rather. But you know, during COVID, can I ask a question about Fine and Dandy? Were we recording?
What do you mean?
I can't remember what happened.
Are you talking when it was just starting COVID or what?
Did we have a podcast during COVID?
It's the first one that we recorded were outside.
It was. Oh, so we just started like...
The idea was there and then we sat on it. It were around during lockdown 2, I think.
Okay. I was just thinking, like, how did we record pods? Because we would never do remote, would we? That's just the thing we'd never do.
No. So would you rather do a remote podcast?
Would you rather? I think it needs to come back for round 2. I think that were a fucking good...
It does, and it was in its infancy, but everyone loves a game would you rather. And again, we're going to be honest with you, right? And this is actually me talking, addressing the camera directly. It makes a lot... What? Speak then. So all these podcasts that you might listen to elsewhere that's, you know, quite big and famous and whatnot, they've all got big followings that submit content to them.
Oh yeah, okay, I like where
like
you're
a subreddit, which we have actually got. Obviously, there's literally me and Andy that follow it, and Twitter, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. They've got people generating the content from like wanting to get involved. So asking themselves, would you rather? Instead, we have to either nick their would you rather threads or go search for American crap, and it's just like
it's very hard to find would you rather's like that are English, innit?
Yeah, and
that are good.
And what I'm trying to say is, if you just engage with us a bit more.
Yeah.
Just submit. I guarantee you now, if you submitted as a would you rather question, you'd be the first person to do so. So why not just do it?
I think it's quite hard for someone to be the first person to just submit something.
They don't know that. It's anonymous. I'm not going to say, thank you, Linda Kitchen, for submitting. Would you? Do you know what I mean? What I'm saying is I think, you know, obviously we're open to growing that. But once we get that foundation of people wanting to get involved in that, it'd be fine. But when we're saying like, we'll do this, people's big and got, you know, free pass, just go, oh, what, ask question, a million answers, they just go, oh, look at that.
The podcast writes it themselves when they get to that stage.
Yeah.
We have to put the work in to write it for us.
Yeah, exactly. So we're not complaining, but we are. But, you know, look forward to the future when we're just getting involved. Like I said, just chuck us, as inboxes are always open, as emails, as DMs, whatever. Just chuck us a suggestion. We've probably never heard it because if we hadn't thought through it, no one's told us it. And like I said, no one gets involved, so get yourself.
I might do a question on my personal Instagram and on the Fine and Dandy's Instagram. What's the best would you rather you've ever heard? And see if anybody just fucking replies to it.
Yeah.
And if they don't, then I'll just fucking go on YouTube, go on Instagram and get fucking chat mates.
If not, I'll just buy a few eggs off Twitter and call it a day.
Right.
Speaking of eggs, it's about April time, innit, for Easter?
Oh, fantastic! This is a bit shit.
Don't mind me mucky socks.
In April, me and Dan found the world of clips and shorts, and I would say that obviously we're nowhere near where we want to be, but for our small podcast, that took us to the next level.
Yeah, so we hadn't as most popular episode. Well, pretty shit. I think just like a normal beer tears, but that's when we discover clips. Want to do it for a while, and to be honest, we do put a clip out, and it's just like you can put a clip out, and it can go for Instagram, YouTube Shorts, Facebook gets byproduct of Instagram, TikTok, and it's just like they can all bang on each of them for random. One can bang on Instagram but get no views on YouTube. Like, it's weird.
I'll give you the latest clip.
Yeah.
Totals. And bear in mind, like our videos, the latest video got 400 odd views, but it's not
Which
always
is very
like
good
that.
for us. Very good.
So on Instagram, his latest clip's got 3,400.
Yeah.
That same, obviously it goes on each one, doesn't it? That one on TikTok, they're pretty shit on TikTok, about 1,000. On YouTube, 1,200. They fucking do well.
But it's like random people that's not seen us before. And just to give it a context, his latest clip, put it out, it gained us 8 subscribers.
Yeah.
Like actual 8, that's like...
On YouTube.
That was nearly a tenth of our actual growth. Like, it's mad just from... He's putting a small, digestible, TikTokable thing on.
This is the thing, Dan. Long form versus short form content.
We
do long form.
We do, but we all know that we need the short form to get the punters into
Exactly that.
So we try with his clips, but I'll be honest with you.
Sorry, I'll give that.
Yeah, I know, I'll be honest with you. When there's only me that can do work and Andy just sits on his ass reaping rewards, it is hard when there's a one-man band.
Yeah.
So if you are looking to want to join a podcast, be a co-host and that, but you're also got a band in editing and stuff, let me know, and honestly, Andy's job is up for grabs.
If you want to do his editing, then fucking just let us know.
Yeah.
But yeah, April were an energy crisis month.
That was, correct me if I'm wrong, because it's an ongoing crisis, but that when they were like, in October you'll be paying no more than this.
An energy cap.
Yeah, and it were all cap, because it went up again.
No, but my mum and dad don't put the heating on anymore. They've got a small, hot fan in the front room. That's all they use.
That's so expensive as fuck.
I know, yeah.
Things I'm very fortunate because I live at home and I do contribute my board, and it has gone up, which is fine. But obviously I ain't felt the full brunt of it. But obviously it's whacking it.
For business wise, for me, I'm locked into a 5-year fixed contract with electricity, which were amazing because I did it before all this shit.
Just before.
Literally just before, like a few weeks before. But at home, the only time I ever have my heating on, this is a good podcast. The only time I ever have my heating on is 5 a.m. until 5:45, because by 5:45 I've left the house. And then when I come back,
do you need to be like warm in the morning? You're just getting up.
I know, but it's hard to get up out of a warm bed into a cold atmosphere. That's me thinking.
Ah, right, okay. I get you.
So if I get up and it's warm, I'm like, right, get me fucking shorts on, it's going to work, man.
It's ridiculous at the minute, innit? Again, so I get told. So I was speaking to someone at work today. She says a heating bill for last month. Guess how much?
1,500.
You're thinking from a business point of view.
How much?
800 odd quid for a normal house.
She affording it though, because she ain't getting that massive wage increase.
I don't know, but what the fuck is going on?
I don't know, but what about Sam?
No, it's petrol prices. They weren't involved with that because petrol prices went stupid, didn't they?
Yeah, but they're alright now.
They're alright, but
I remember when I first started driving, petrol price was about 90p a litre.
No, they're about 97. Just when we started driving, then they went up to like £1.09 or something.
And it was a big deal.
And when it got to
now it's 190-ish. Now it's what, 150.
Yeah, it's settled a bit, hasn't it?
But we're still mad. May. Can you guess what happened in May? Because I feel like you've lost yourself a little bit now.
What? Fine and Dandy wise or
Both.
May.
Good Fine and Dandy.
Is that Eurovision?
That's Eurovision.
Let's get that out of waste with, because I probably don't give a fuck.
You don't give a fuck?
Not much happened in May apart from according to Wikipedia, the oracle, the literal Johnny Vegas of knowledge. It was just Eurovision.
The Eurovision thing, Sam Ryder, I think he's doing well now.
Is that him that looks like a woman?
He's got long blonde hair. He's a good lad.
I know that coming second's a massive thing for UK because we always get voted last as like a funny political.
It is very political Eurovision. I do watch it from time to time.
I don't think I've ever watched one.
They're decent, man. Some fucking cheesy little tunes in there. Eurovision watch party, me and you next year.
I will do it for take a pod, but
I'd do a live watch of it.
I'll start doing like the kick-off Bears Club Awards.
So do I actually would. Me and you every Sunday.
It's hard enough to get this meet as it is, but yeah, I'd have to sign up for 5 hours live content every Sunday.
Would I?
I'd sign up for a Guinness World Record at longest podcast.
If you want to see me and Dan do the Guinness World Record attempt for the longest podcast ever, which is 6.3 days, like this clip, because it's going to be a clip, like this clip, post it somewhere, and we're going to fucking do it. If it gets over TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, if it gets 9,000 views, we'll do it. That's our damn burps.
Oh, 1,000 likes.
Oh, 1,000 likes. Whichever comes first.
The balance.
Right. Eurovision, we're just going to stack over. What was the big Fine and Dandy upload that month?
Very passionate about Eurovision. That
I'm not that arse, Dan. What were the biggest Fine and Dandy?
May? Is that the world's strongest beer?
No.
What is it?
When Stannery Brewery sent us 6 beers to try live on the podcast.
6 from Stannery. Stannery, thank you. We actually recorded that one up here. I remember that.
Yeah, we did.
Not in the bar. From my memory, they were shy. So Stannery,
yeah. We haven't really done much with Stannery, have we, since then?
No, they sent us some beers. We had a good time with that. We bought the t-shirts. We didn't get them sent. We lied. So we actually spent more on the t-shirts than they didn't send us beers. And we didn't hear much, but it absolutely popped the F off, didn't it?
1,000 views.
Not to brag or out.
Popped off for Fine and Dandy standards, I would say, definitely.
Yeah, and as well, it popped off when we paid to promote that sort of a bitch. But no, it were nice. Let's just on that. For me, that was the first time we received beer off a company.
That's very true. That first time we got outsent.
And I remember the note. We had it up there for a while. All the best, Stannery Brewery. Sorry, mate. Sorry. It was a mint feeling to buy. Someone sent us this because they wanted us to
review their shit.
It will honestly, the feeling as a human being you get from wrapping a present, a free gift, anything is like.
Yeah, it was sick as fuck. I would like that to happen again. If anybody, fucking some beer company, we're gonna beer or something. What were it?
Yeah, I need to get in touch with them.
They were gonna send us some shit, but we haven't sent us anything.
They probably were gonna be shit.
In June, Dan, all the airport staff just fucked off.
Did they? Did you even think you were gonna get an holiday?
Did I go on holiday?
You went to Portugal, but that were a bit later, wasn't it? Like September.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, we're September. You're right. Did you get affected by that?
No, I went to Turkey in June, and they're all the big hoo-ha that, is it going to do this, is it going to do that? And when we got there, it actually weren't bad, but we were absolutely cacking it. No, but we paid actually to go to... No, we didn't pay. We went to Leeds Bradford Airport and it weren't too bad. But
did any of your family friend got affected by it, though?
Yeah, got the flight, just fully got to airport, and there were, I think, 8 of them going away. They had seats for 6 of them. And they're like, sorry, bro.
So what, did they get away, those other two?
No, I went home.
You taking piss?
Didn't go on holiday. Get to airport.
I'm assuming full refund.
Yeah, I'd assume so. Yeah. I think they're on calendar. I'd assume so, yeah. But
they're on calendar?
Just all up north. Absolute. See you later, bro.
Have you got a full refund for your holiday that were fucking shit?
No, latest update is, they go back to me, ABTA, the group that protects your holiday, this is proper boring, but they just go back to them and said that because so listen to this. We had a shit holiday. I probably should explain another podcast previous on it. Yeah, I'm not going to go into it. We had a shit. This hotel made it a shit holiday. We complained while we were on holiday to the rep. So, what's his fucking name? Elon Musk or something.
He's done well recently.
What a knob. We complained to him while we were on holiday. Then he got even shitter after us complaining. We got back, sent loads of emails to Jet2. They ignored us, blah, blah. I said,
how did you sign them emails off?
Cheers, DNA, kiss. And then they finally got back to me 2 months later. Said, we're going to feel 10% accommodation fee. So that's you're going to £90 each to me and my girlfriend. And I'm like, you can go for yourself. So then I raised it further, and then finally got a response from ADSA, and Jet2 said, yes, we offered him £180 compensation, but he said no, and we feel that because he didn't ring us while we were on holiday, then he clearly was fine with it, and he's not followed the right procedure. I was complaining, writing a formal complaint to a bloke Andre in Jet 2 uniform and handing him it, and he signs it and sends it to his manager. How is that not us following the right procedure? Do you think in Turkey I'm going to ring Jet 2, darling, hold my hand, you're on call, and be on off like 3 hours, spend about £500 in credit, of the bill, to get to the same conclusion? No, that's what a rep's for. That's why I complained. Gordon, Jet 2, your sound, but what's happened, man? I complained to you, Gordon. Your job is to voice my complaint. You either didn't do a good enough job, or Jet 2's like Gordon's a prick. Which one is it? I want my money back. Jet 2, I'll see you in the small claims court. That's to you.
Fine and dandy, did killing Scorpion tequila?
Where is the rest of that? Just chilling. Good question.
Alice poured it out because she couldn't be asked at Scorpion house anymore.
Scared at Scorps?
No, she was just like, I've had a fucking seeing this outside.
And what did you do at Scorps?
He went in recycling. Just to make a new Scorpion.
Why didn't we eat Scorps, man?
Nah, you can't be eating that. It was massive. Genuinely, talk to me about that episode. It were a bit off the cuff episode. It were fucking mint.
I think we did that and then we went out and got absolutely smashed.
I were as well. You were full knackered.
You were some me.
You were asleep on the road.
Oh, I thought you were asleep on the road.
No, you were asleep on the road.
I was asleep there.
No, I sent Nat a text saying Dan has passed.
Yeah, but you got thrown out your favourite booze at karaoke.
Was that night?
You're not allowed back in since, are you? They recognise you quite a
No,
lot.
I have had an incident
Yeah,
there.
that night.
We were both fucked there. I think that tequila had some killer Scorpion in it though.
If you know what I mean.
I thought that was a good episode. What did we do again with your Google searches? I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's bad.
We should do that again.
Yeah. Not now.
We should do shot. We should do like
Guess the Goog.
Guess the Goog, something like that. But I like a shot forfeit me. I think that's funny.
Yeah, that's proper original.
Yeah, let's say or shot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to move on, Dan.
Yeah. July?
Go on then, guess.
It's coming up.
For the women, tits, fannies and menstrual cycles. And the World Cup. The women, England Lionesses, won the World Cup, honey.
He went Euros.
I meant Euros. Sorry, guys. Did you watch it?
Final?
No, everything.
Not everything, but it was saying we all like, oh, don't give a fuck about it. Then we got to semis, I was like, I'll stick it on. It's alright. Got to the final, like, it's cool. I strapped on some breasts and off I went. It was sick. No, it was actually really good to see the country. Like, it was good how much the country got behind the women. Because, let's face it, I'm going to be completely honest with you.
I love getting behind women.
Let's be honest.
Sorry.
No one gave a fuck about women's football before. Like, that's not even offensive because no one did.
Do you think now we're in December, though?
No, because it's just a bit men's. But to be honest with you, when I see it inspired, obviously, like, a nation of young girls to go forward and do football. Like, it's obviously a cool thing to do now for girls, whereas before it was like, what are you doing?
I agree, actually. I thought it was nice to see him come on. Dan bought the football kit as well.
Yeah, and I had the badge, like, she kissed me here and here.
Yeah, because you didn't have breasts.
No, but I've grown some now, so luckily I must have now. I'm mad on estrogen at the minute.
That is the first time we've seen England bring home a cup in a professional tournament rather than like under-17s, you know what I mean?
Oh, we went cricket World Cup all the time.
One sport I don't give a fuck about is cricket.
It's too long.
Just fuck off with cricket. I've heard about England versus Australia. Like, it was 7th innings. I'm like, what's that mean? 6 out for 24 runs. I'm like,
only ever play Australia, Pakistan, or Sri Lanka.
All the people have ever played. And if somebody else come like, good day, mate. Back up.
Why have we never played France at cricket?
Because Mbappe fucking didn't get a fucking opportunity to pick up the bat.
Hey, he'd get some decent runs in though.
Let's not talk about Mbappe quite yet, because Fine and Dandy's best upload in that month. What did we do, baby?
In July? You stumped me.
You have not got... cricket. Hello! You aren't got a clue?
Is that Aussie rules? In July? Oh... Vecna vs Voldemort.
No, baby.
July.
Come on, man.
You're
really
on camera
keeping
here.
the
listeners not entertained here.
We drank the world's strongest beer, which I think is a bit of a waste for where we were at that time.
Yeah.
If we did that now, I think it'd be better.
We did, but also let's be completely honest about the episode.
Well,
I won't be too honest, but it just I won't be completely transparent for reasons that me and Andy will not go into. But what I will say is, I think he didn't meet expectations because I think that I was over hyping it to be terrible too much.
Nah, before I
They're
left,
like death warnings on bottles.
yeah, before I left, they were like, do not consume over 15 mils.
Otherwise you'll die.
Before I left, Nat were like, please don't drink too much of this. It's gonna it could probably do some damage and stuff. And I was just like, it's nice. There's no wrong with that.
Like so because we drank it, it weren't to taste it. We were like doing a strong shot. It weren't too bad. But like obviously we only shared a bottle one because it's 70 quid and two because we didn't want to die. But like
70 quid.
I just weren't too pissed after it.
I don't think it got us pissed, did it? Or did it? Oh, it might have done.
He might have done, but not. I was expecting him to be asleep on road, but I weren't.
I already had the pre-text sent. Dan has passed again.
I literally put a blanket and some pillows out on pivot outside. Didn't need to use them.
I put 99 in my phone. Just one more 9, I'll call them. Nothing happened, did it? It was a bit of a disappointment. Like how, I don't know what else we can do. Do we just find Danny try the World's Strongest Spirit? Like what can we try that's going to knock his socks off? Because I've got night ones on.
Same.
Nicky's.
I don't know, but maybe just not just be a World's Strongest Man. World's Strongest Acid.
Well, then I try the World's Strongest Man. Like, come on, Eddie. One and two and three.
World's Hottest, which is cliche, but I don't know.
We could do some hotties.
In New Year, why don't we try like World's this, World's that?
Do a little series. The World's.
Hey, I made it. That's the World's Strongest.
That could be his world record. We go for 2 lads trying the world's hottest of everything. Not hottest. I keep saying hottest. I don't even like hot chilies.
I hate Hot Chili Peps.
I hate the band.
Standing in line.
Right. August. Can you remember the world headline and also our biggest headline?
August. If I drew 5 from the date, or we were going to be inspired by the song Take 5 for the game.
It were. I know it's not. It's hard to think about it now, but it was hot as dicks.
It was as hot as when it's gone from being -5 to it was 14 degrees yesterday when I went to work.
It was fucking boiling yesterday, man.
It was good up like caw. There were like fucking seagulls out that laid out. Something like morning.
I put 1 foot on the pavement, my crock melted.
It was proper warm, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was literally. It's hard to think about now, but I had to sleep with a fan just a millimetre away from my arsehole and bollocks. I couldn't sleep if there were just a bloke going on my ball sack.
The only way for me to sleep, what? Fan, foreskin over top.
I used to sleep inside your force.
But no, it is actually mad though. It's impossible to think about now. But it was warm.
It was so warm. There were a heat wave. I think it's the hottest summer Britain's ever had. They say that every year.
Thank you. They say it every year, so it's not impressive.
Next year's apparently going to be hot summer. I'm never capping
Even if it's global warming, even if it's going to be warm next year, can we all just agree, news journalists and that, let's stop calling it world's hottest, give it 5 years, then we can go, this.
Yeah.
It means something then.
Find Andy's upload.
August. Ooh. Let's get... Oh. Elf Bar's Room, my life.
Elf Bar's Room. Actually a banger.
You know what, I might go back and watch that. Banging content.
It's a good content and we're in such a good place.
So that's good to recap and reflect the year of reflection 2022. What's your relationship like with Elf Bars now? Still ruined your life and we got 238 views out of it.
On a night out, I'll have an elf.
Or if you're recording a pod.
Or if I see you or drink with you, I can have an elf. But I don't have any.
It means that.
I don't have any elves during the day or like day to day.
What about e-cigs?
No, I actually do. I would say though, like I need to stop doing even the night out ones because I was in such a good place then. Like I couldn't believe how motivated I were in that.
I think it's good to now because you're slipping back, but you when you were on them, like as addicted as you were, whether you literally careful, you were insane how much a different person you are.
That's true.
If you didn't have an elf bar, it's not like you were happy when you had an elf bar, but if you didn't have that elf bar in your hand, rock bottom.
I know that was bad, but I might watch that video on my own.
Yeah.
And just be like, I want to get some of that energy off that blog. I would actually recommend going and watch that because I was actually inspirational.
Yeah, maybe not just for elf bar addicts, but like if you just want to like put your mind to it and make a big change in your life.
And Dan's got a massive thing coming up in New Year, and I can't wait to like do that with you because it's going to be mad.
You're quitting elf bars if you do that.
Well, you are doing that.
Yeah, so you're quitting elfies.
So that's fine. It might be my New Year's resolution not to on a night out, not even do them.
No, not even like any point. You don't need them.
No, I don't need them.
I got new teeth, said I'm never doing them again.
And you stuck to it, to be fair.
Well, I didn't. Well, I had them in a week.
Oh, they're 2 elves. Yeah, Elf Bar were a good fit, man. It were inspirational for me.
It was nice. I remember you saying when we recorded that, Love Good Behind Curtain. You were saying that when I actually felt like you were being interviewed. You
Yeah.
were the guest.
No, that's true. That's very true. I got a lot off my chest, and you asked the great.
You've got nothing left.
You asked like
He's passed it on to me. That's why I grow my tits.
the questions you asked were the perfect questions that I needed to just go and vent about. I were a bit angry about what happened before and where I let myself get to, and it were like a massive load off of my chest to be like, this is what I just need to say this, and then never do get back to that position that we're in life again. Because I was just stuck in the world's way. It wasn't even a rut, it was like a black hole.
But if you've overcome that once, it proves that you can do it again. You can do it for other things. You just proper don't need it. And I'm not going to say I've had a life changing, but you know my teeth and that. As I just remember, I was like, not necessary.
No, it's just not. You don't need that, do you?
No, like you need oxygen to survive.
Water.
You need food, but you can have bad food. You need drink, but you can have bad drink, booze, and society's built around booze. Elf bars, you don't need.
Where's Geeks gone?
The geeks you've proper fumbled back.
Geeks with the goats.
Geeks, you were the original elves.
Either way.
Some proper smart, nerdy elves just like...
But yeah, fair play. That was that month. September? Oh.
Have we got any black armbands? God save our gracious Queen. Rest in peace, Lizzie. See you later.
So yeah, in September, not much happened. Yeah, Queen Elizabeth II died, which was mass. I can't believe we've lived through that. The longest monarchy.
Again, though, now it's been done and they've put her in a box.
Did you watch the fumes?
No,
you did because I was here.
In passing, we was doing a pod. I proper don't even think about it once now. Like they're even like Royal Mint were teasing. You know, there's that meme. It's like you've seen Elf on the Shelf, but have you seen Trike on a bike and stuff?
What was the?
I didn't get the caption. I didn't get it. No one got it. But they were just like, you've seen Lizzie on the coin, but now you've seen Charles in the house. It's like,
what? If anybody knows what that means, just please.
Quids look wank with a bloke on.
I love that pussy on a quid.
I need them tits on my 50p.
I do. I almost cried when she died. I've got to say that.
It's
just because it was like, I think I said this on a podcast. It's the only constant through the hardest few years we've had in our young adult life.
Good, bad, everything.
It's the only constant we've had.
She handed England World Cup in '66.
Exactly, and she's always been there. It's been the only constant, the only thing we've ever known. Always sexy, and now she's gone. It's a huge change, is what I thought. But actually,
it's everything the same.
Nothing's changed. I don't think about her. No offence to anybody. I don't think about her.
To Lizzie.
And like looking at King Charles, and
I think it's Brock Seal for any other royals dying. Like if Charles Potts go back, see you, bro. See you later, bro. Who's after that? William, you're gone. Nice one. Where's Kate? Where's our Pippa then?
Kate's in a dungeon when Pippa's around.
Do you know what I mean?
What about Harry?
What
about him?
Ginger.
On that note.
No, but I remember, and I was flicking through one of those old pods, and it's when one was sat up here. On it was when we're in bar. We're on about celebrity. Man, death episode. We're on about deaths.
Oh, Tom. Oh, we ain't got. Have we not got the Wanted's singer Tom?
We've had two Toms die this year. That's important. Captain Tom and that was January, and I might have been December, and Tom Parker.
Tom Parker, thank you.
We literally had an episode. We've done an episode. We said
glad
about.
You came.
I am glad. Where we were saying, it's what happens if David Attenborough and Queen goes, I'm gone.
Yeah, that's so true.
That looks like earlier.
You know when David Attenborough dies, and this is gonna be the most unpopular opinion ever.
I'm not be arsed now.
I think I'm just gonna be like, oh, has he?
I am because Lizzie's gone. I'm like, if to me and you can't disagree with this whether you like Lizzie Rolls or not. The Queen is the biggest death of our lifetime. Will always be of anyone's.
Mm-hmm.
The literal Queen of England of the world. Now that's like I said. Now the ripped bandage off. If Attenborough pops his clogs, I'll be like, here we have the rotting body of David. Like,
I'll just say,
move on.
I'll watch a fucking BBC wildlife documentary. Then I don't give a fuck, man.
Like,
just because he's not fucking. Why don't just take sound bites of everything he's ever said and then just continue him on?
We've got AI now. Just like Pretend it lives on.
Here we've got a fucking penguin shagging another penguin. Go on, lad.
Rest in peace, Liz.
What about this is where we probably got us mojo back. September.
So shall we explain? Sorry, shall we explain the dip in productivity and motivation? That's hard to overcome.
It's also hard to explain. Like, we had a massive dip because we just didn't know where we wanted to fucking go with this. Like, what do we want to do?
No, I think we've said this, but we had a bit of time to reflect on what we'd been doing, and we weren't too proud or impressed of what.
Massively.
I think the turning point for us, pound the pun, we did a short because we got addicted to clips and that, and we spent. I remember we met up at Starbucks.
Oh yeah.
And we were trying to book guests and that, but we were addicted to clips. And we made one about, like, it's still up, but we made one about Lego hands and like harmony, like
put on your dick.
Yeah, essentially, and it's like, and I spent ages on After
At the
Effects,
time,
like,
we were
animating.
proud of that, and then like it
Well,
took us
that's
a
the
day
bad
or
thing.
two, and we were like,
When it actually didn't do well at all, which is fair, it didn't deserve to. And I'm like,
we look back on it and we were like,
is this our proudest bit of work? Not really, and I know that we have a laugh and a joke, and we do still Session Crew stuff, but I would like to think we're better than that. And I'll be honest with you, we had like odd laughing beer tears earlier about, we have to cut that, but like, I would actually say that since then we have actively made an effort to, like,
100%.
Yes, when cameras off, we're just like this and we're just as immature.
Yeah.
But we've sort of realised that, like, because me and you, are really good friends, and we've got our own, like, banter and whatnot, not everyone's going to get that or find it funny. And we've got to respect that to an element now.
Even, like, people who are close to us because they're like, I don't listen anymore because you just go, beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, and it's like, even though when Andy says that, I find it hilarious. Like, at the minute, until we get that big following, you guys are not. To be honest with you. So it's like, we just sort of had a bit of a rethink, and we're like, we've been focusing time on the wrong things.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember how we get it back, but I think we did like a football shirt unboxing and all this kind of stuff. We were trying different things, like, do we just want to do beers or all this, that, other? And beer tears has since gone under a change. But we've got as much about. We slipped up a bit after that. But what me and Andy struggle with is life. Just no matter how much we try, the spare time that we have, we spend it doing this pod. We don't even see each other outside the pod, and I've warned you against this. We need to see each other as friends as well as doing a podcast. Because otherwise, it's going to get unhealthy. But like we spend already as much time as we can doing this. But we do everything for it. We do I know Laugh and Joke, you don't do editing. It's me. But when you can, you're here with me. We do fucking everything. So like,
yeah,
it's hard to even think, I'm going to stick to schedule. Like, you own your own business, and if shit, it's fine, which it has been doing a lot recently. Well, that's obviously going to come first.
Yeah,
it's your business. If I'm having a rough week at work or issues, in my personal life, put stuff like this on hold. And we love doing it, but you've got to be realistic, and that's why. We haven't got a strict schedule. We try and get to one a week, and there were a time like November where we had like ones every week in hand.
Yeah, true.
But it's hard to maintain that, and like we deserve a break as well. And look, we're just going to do it as and when we can, and you should always be working harder than everyone else in the room. We get that, but we ain't got the abilities to take a massive plunge and quit our jobs and do this. Like, it's a hobby, it's nice, but we want to get better at it. But you know what? For now, just like, follow, subscribe, and just. We'll get a smile on his face. We'll get a little like or comment or subscribe.
100%, man.
It's nice to put this out. And if even one person, we have had people, granted in bars, they said to us, podcast, it's sick, we love what you're doing, I admire it. It's like, even just saying that to us, and I know that every person says this, but like, it actually just makes you like...
It makes you fucking day, doesn't it?
That's sick, that. Nice.
I agree.
Sorry for a rant, but we lost his mojo and we gained it back a bit. So Andy, how do we gain his mojo?
We gained his mojo back down by... Hold on, sorry. Oh, we got Ben on. A day before he left for Australia, we got Ben on. We had a few guests booked. We were just really... We had his fucking focus heads on.
Yeah. And to get background on that, Ben's now in Australia, if you watch the thing. I ain't spoken to him in a while. Ben, I hope you sound. I'm probably going to message you after this. I hope you will. As soon as you get back, you're coming up pod again. But
definitely.
We'd already got his next guest booked, Tom. But we were like, let's get Ben on for this because he's just his mate. He's vegan and he's done travelling. And I knew we were going back to Woz for like a one-way ticket. And I messaged, didn't I? You said message you. I said I messaged you, and you're like, nah. Obviously, he said he made up an excuse because rightfully so he didn't want to do it. Like, no, I've got a thingy to do tomorrow. I'm going away and that whatnot. I don't think it's going to work. And then you said, I will. I said you said how's it gone? I said I said that, and you said message him again. I was like, No, I'm the connection of that.
Yeah.
Not really. And I didn't explain it. I said, look, balls are on the table. We just love you to come on. You're going away. What's there to lose? And he literally came the night before.
Yeah, hours before we were flying.
And he lives like in Scunthorpe, which is like an hour and 10 minutes away from us.
He travelled to us as well, fair folks.
Yeah, and he did 2 podcasts. He didn't even think he was doing 2. He did a travel one and a vegan.
You could obviously tell he were a bit nervous. He's never done all like that before. Tell he were a bit. I was hungover as fuck.
Where do you mean?
I can't remember now. I was sick like
Yeah, you were.
3 or 4 times just before we started recording.
Yeah, I remember that. But he came on. We had a mint convo, and it was good because mates him as well, so it's so easy to get on to. But he's the nicest bloke
guy.
and the most well articulated speaker.
Honestly, Dan, couldn't agree more.
What a sound fucking guy you are, Ben. And that got us like, we fucking enjoyed that.
I'll put my arsehole on the table as my favourite guest we've ever had.
Yeah. What?
By far. Not like mugging everybody else off, but he's just the nicest guy I've ever met.
Yeah, he's proper sound as a pound, even with Charles at back. But yeah, so that got sparked back, and since then, what have we done? I mean, what's
November?
What were news story for October?
Liz died.
No.
Oh, sorry, Liz Trust.
Well,
Resignation.
can't trust her.
Oh, is it resignation?
Well, yeah. Well, she came in.
Yeah,
September, didn't
she basically went, "Hey, Queen." Oh, she's fucking gone.
She's gone and I'm gone, and then we've got Suni. That's embarrassing, man. She's proper epic failed. Ruffled up, floored.
She's probably she's been pawned.
She's probably been nuked you from the side of by Boris Johnson.
Liz Truss, man. What should we get her on? She's not doing much now.
Do you know what she's doing? Could be wrong. She's put every ex-prime minister, no matter how long you served us for, and in her case about 3 weeks, every prime minister gets a package. She will get paid £124,000 a year for the rest of her life by us.
What?
Every prime minister does, yeah, apparently so.
Tony Blair?
Yeah, but Tony arguably deserves it, and they have what, 6 years? I'm not saying he does, but Liz Truss gets it.
Are you taking the piss?
No, I don't think so.
Where's this information coming from, and why the fuck don't we know it?
No, I'm not doing it now. We'll Google it after it, yeah. I could be wrong.
Liz Truss came in, killed the Queen, fucked off, and gets paid 120 odd grand a year by me.
And no matter how shit she were at a job, she went back on this mini budget and all this stuff that I don't understand, but she obviously had a massive... What a fail. It's like...
What a fail.
Can you look at it as, like, any... What's the saying? Any press is good press.
Yeah.
Like, no one will forget her. Like, she's a pub quiz trivia
Yeah,
star.
she is.
Like, and for me, the most iconic thing that she's done, and I think Bojo will be pissed off that he just missed this. When she'd been in power like a week, and the last actual photo of poor old Elizabeth shaking her hand and meeting her. And that's going down as iconic as the last photo of the living photo of the Queen. Got Liz Truss in it. She literally went, Bojo sat down, she got appointed, Lizzie went, she went, so that boys, 110 grand, this shoe not coming, didn't she?
Why is she getting that much peace for fuck all?
Just because thank you for your service.
Thank you for what service?
I don't know.
There's got to be some clause like you've got to at least be in power a year.
I've had better service on 3. And I've been on both 3 and Vodafone.
Dan, I'm moving it on there.
Yeah. November.
Oh! November? Oh no, we're in October. We haven't talked about his guest.
October.
Tom's Talks.
Oh, okay, baby.
He was a great guest. Good chat. Really nice lad. Still supports podcast now.
Still gives us a like. Still message him odd time. Tom's doing well on his YouTube. A lot better than us. Fair play, Tom. But no, that was first guest episode in subs.
Yes, it were. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, so neither of them blinds fitting.
Oh my god, that lay behind curtain, literally.
Behind blind.
Long story short, there's loads of windows where everyone can see into where we recorded at that time. And we literally had to buy some blinds, get them blinds delivered, and get the blinds up like an hour before recording.
And it was a 2-day job, and shout out to my brother-in-law because he absolutely smashed it. But we actually measured the full width. We're not proper professionals at anything. We managed to measure...
Within an inch of his lives.
3 separate, like, one of them's like a 3-metre long blind. The drop and everything, not far perfectly. Like, bear in mind they've got to be wedged in a gap. How we did that...
Honestly, Dan,
I will never know. It was pure luck.
We fucking smashed it though, and it's done. And I really enjoyed Tom's episode. It was a good episode.
It was good. It was insightful. Tom, I'm going to be honest with you, fella. You came up with so like your breathing, your meditation, your cold showers, no wanking. I've not stopped any of them.
Especially the wanking.
I'm yet to start that. So maybe at the end of the episode, maybe I'll have some New Year's resolutions to adopt some of the habits that Tom said we should do. But I don't know.
Apart from the wanking. So moving on. November. We kicked off beer tears, and by kick off I mean World Cup.
Yeah, I like how for this month you've chosen the rubbish thing first, which is what Van Dandy did. We kicked off the World Cup beer tears. We mentioned this in our latest pod that we just recorded. It didn't go to plan. We got let down some beers. We didn't get them all delivered. We didn't plan it in enough time.
We had 8 months to plan it, 6 months to plan it, and
we had the idea back in like April, May.
And we
no shit.
And we just didn't do it, did we? Because we were going through that rush at that time. We just let it die.
Yeah, we were. But I think we're also, World Cup's in December. We'll do it later.
I'm a bastard for that, me.
You gonna?
I'm a gunner.
We're absolute Thierry Henry merchants at the time.
But yeah, it didn't go to plan. We'll keep it short and sweet on that. We've still got a couple of beers we're probably going to use, especially at height. We talked about it a little bit in last episode, but we did Christmas
we'll use it
special.
in normal beer teas, but I think for me as well, from my own personal point of view, I get pressed up with I've got to do branding and editing and that, and I really want to do like an elaborate World Cup bracket, loads of sick animations when beers come on. But again, it's all about being reasonable and realistic on what you can deliver. I ain't got, especially in this time, it's built to Christmas. World Cup's at the wrong time. I ain't got the fucking time to do that.
Yeah.
Like no shit. Editing it is just enough. So to add fancy frigging graphics and, beers walking out and going like that and getting man at match.
That'd be sick, but we didn't.
It'd be unreal, but unfortunately I've got a life and a job that at a minute I have to put first. So
the beer tears didn't go to plan, not beer tears.
It kicked off, and the referee put a stop to the game 70 minutes in.
Can I bring your attention back to I'm a Celebrity, Matt Hancock, and a little bit of time, everyone hated him, absolutely killed people and that, but in I'm a Celebrity, everyone was like,
Well, I can't blame them people because I didn't watch it, and
I didn't watch it either.
I hate him.
Unless Anti-Deck finally want to hang up the booth, then I did watch it and I want to do that exact gig.
A lot of people, clear sporting to come out third or something. If you even slightly laughed at him while you're on your telly, you're a fucking prick. Like, seriously, like, I'm not getting all political again because I don't really do it.
Well, about to get political, we'll talk about oil protesting.
About what?
Oil protesting.
But like, if you're that thick to easily forget what he actually did wrong, I guess he's not directly killed anyone, but all the shit he's done and just being a shit leader like rest of the country where at times still is, just fuck off. If you're then going to forget that because he gets some monkey's arsehole and I'm like,
I agree.
There's hope for anyone, isn't there? Really.
You eat a monkey's arsehole and I'll forgive you about what you did to me.
No, never know.
Oil protesters sat on M62. Fucking move.
Is that what you think?
That's what I think.
That's very fitting because at the minute, we're in December 20th, there's ambulance strikes tomorrow, I believe.
Ambulance?
Yep, ambulance driver strikes. There's been train driver strikes, there's been Royal Mail strikes. So let's just class November as the month of strikes and protests.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel about it?
Right, here we go.
If you're going to say ambulance drivers no, but thing yes and this, that now, go on.
You've summed it up. But what I will say is, everyone deserves the right pay for the job they're doing, right? I get it and I agree. I just don't think striking is the right way to go about it. Because it's impacting innocent people. For example, if nurses strike, people aren't getting the care they deserve.
So what do they do then?
I can't come up with a Rishi Sunak answer on the spot, but what I will say is, there's other ways you can do this.
Like what?
Go to people from your union, get them people to go to the people above. Try and get some...
no.
Quit them. Do something else with higher pay.
That is one way you could look at it, but I think it's very easy, and maybe I thought this when I first viewed strikes and just oil things and all that. At first you're like, literally the exact... You could say what Just Oil were doing with what ambulance drivers back to tomorrow is. What the fuck are you doing? Either get out of my way so ambulance can get through, but there's one on to drive them tomorrow, or...
Is there no ambulances tomorrow?
I don't know. Apparently, I got told today where it could be a lot of shit that only category A emergencies are going to get response. So if you've got an heart attack, it's category B, just dead, slow, bro.
Take it piss?
Yeah, get 95A there.
You see, I'm actually proper... I think that's wank. I think that's proper wank.
It is, but like with Just Oil thing, yes, it's wank, stay percent at road and stuff, of course it is. And there were no surprise at colour of their hair when they're throwing tomato soup at me.
Yeah.
But if you don't do that, how do you get noticed? You don't. So I think your immediate reaction is, no, you're inconveniencing me. But when I actually understand why they're doing what they're doing.
Let me put you in a position.
Yeah.
One of your family members has a heart attack tomorrow. Nobody's going to come out to him.
Yeah, you'd obviously hate it if you resent towards it. It'd be like Matt Hancock having parties during COVID or whatever. But again, what are they meant to do? Like, how you'd like to think that by them doing this, the people who decide to pay that will go, actually, we'll start paying these a bit more.
Fair play.
And they shouldn't have to do it.
Well, we'll revisit that in a 3 months' time, or whatever we do, a few weeks' time. If they've got a raise by doing this, then I agree with you. If they haven't, then it's a stupid process.
Why? They'll never know if they didn't try it. They'll
probably just try again. Strike all the time.
Oh, I drive past my way to work. I'm like, I'm not really.
Fucking train drivers.
Like, got me parcel, lads.
I'll say one thing. Train people get paid loads of money. What are you striking for? I don't know. That's a bit of an uneducated opinion.
I think it is. I think it's the conductors that strike, and I imagine they're on fuck all.
Is it just conductors that are striking? I know train drivers are on P's.
No offence, like they deserve money because I couldn't do that job.
If I were a conductor, I'd just go, if you got your passes, no, I don't matter then. Just get on, lads. Fuck it.
But no, yeah, protesters, just oil, everything. Unless you're striking, it offends people. How are you going to get noticed?
I'm surprised you're a fan of the strikes. I thought you'd be like, fucking go up.
I'm not. I'm being suppressed and sound like dickheads, but I'm not. I think you've got to look at what they're trying to achieve, not what they're doing.
Okay.
And yes, it's alright saying there's better ways to do it, but then no one can ever answer what the better way is. The best way is to cause disruption, and that's to stay up yourself to the road and stop the ambulances coming through, or that's to not drive the ambulances, then they don't have to stay up to the road. Do you know what I mean? Like, what more can they do? I think, I'm not going to say fair play, but I think you've got to do what you've got to do. And if you're going to do that and you want better pay, who's me to tell you to not do it? So if you want to strike tomorrow...
I'm not saying that...
if anyone wants to lift to hospital tomorrow, let me know.
By the way, ambulance drivers and that, I think they do deserve more pay, but I just wish didn't have to not... I wish people didn't have to die for that to happen.
Yeah, but let's hope they get paid better then.
Let's hope they get paid
better.
End
of, because they do deserve a lot of money.
Right.
They could get me a job as an ambulance driver.
Oh, December for Fine and Dandy.
Are we on the last month?
Yeah.
It's been a nice roundup.
Yeah, it's been a nice roundup.
A roundup December, then we're getting some short news resolutions, and then we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best Fine and Dandy has ever done has been in December with this one video.
Yeah, let's not even sugarcoat it. We got Carol Higgins on. Again, I'm reiterating this. If you've not watched the video, please check it out. Unbelievable story. One that I guarantee you've not heard anything like. We messaged her. We'd heard about her. She came on. Lovely woman, does not deserve any of the sort that's happened to her.
Absolutely not.
And we put it out, and we were doing well before clip, but then we stuck a clip out, and again, 9+ subscribers.
Thousands of views across the things.
And her voice has hopefully been heard by a few more people, and stories been spread, and that's what she wanted to do ultimately.
What made me happy about that, as a selfish person, is it got people like commenting on it and saying like, "Wow, what a good story, what a good interview" and stuff. And I was like, "That's why we do it." And to actually get people engaging with it was like nice to see, because sometimes, quite a lot of time, we'll put stuff out, no comments really, nothing really said about it, but a few people commented about it saying this is a good interview. Like, it felt like, I'm glad I did that, because it's got her story out there. We did a good job of getting her story out there. People have received it well. It felt mint. The whole round thing of it felt mint.
Yeah, it was just, and again, that were like, there's your educating and there's your story. There were education in it, but her story, man, it was a long one, 2.5 hours. But after that, I didn't have anything to say. So like, what can you say?
What can you say to her story? So what I would say, I don't think we should do any injustice again. Watch it though. It's 2 videos up from this, or a video up from this. Honestly, watch it, because it's fucking unbelievable.
It is, and we'd like more guests like Carol, and that's not me saying I hope there's more people like Carol, but we like people with stories. So if you yourself, or you know anyone that's of a similar vein that you think want to come on and educate us or tell us a story, please just drop us a suggestion and get in touch with us, because, like I said, we only know by asking. We just out of blue messaged Carol, and she was like, yes, when can we make it happen? And she came, and we had a great few hours with her. If you want to know anyone that wants to do that or like whatever, just let us know, because we're after doing more stuff like that. It's clear that with us, with this podcast, we've got the stuff with me and you, we've got the beer tiers, and we've got the guests. But you've got to keep a mixture of all three, because that's how you get people in and all this kind of stuff. But we really enjoy the guest episodes, just like we enjoy the beer tiers, and we want to do more. But I think for like Carol, luckily, I'd actually been told. I've been told I've heard a story by someone else, and they said to Google it, you'll not believe it. And then that's how I got in contact. But like, I wouldn't know about Carol. So like, as other people that I don't know about, I'm like, that'd be so sick. You know,
very true.
She's not famous. She's not famous, and if she is, it's only locally. It's for the wrong reasons. You know, not herself, but from transactions. But we're not going to know. Like, tell people I want an Undertaker to come on podcast. Tell us stuff. I want an ex-fireman. I want an ex-drug addict. We want. I keep saying sorry. We want anything, don't we?
An atheist. I'd be interested to
change
interview.
our mind. Convince us otherwise. Sort of thing. So,
I'm so interested in that, Dan. Good point.
So genuine, if you just think any episode for us to come and have a chat to, or for them to come have a chat with us, just let us know, man. Like, we're not going to bite, and just drop a bloody comment.
The Men's World Cup.
It didn't come out. Let's keep this short and sweet. It didn't come on. We were all looking hopeful, but then we couldn't finish France. Yes, the ref and all that, but I'm over it, me.
I'm over it. Let's keep it short and sweet. Messi, fair folks, fuck off, piss off. Everybody piss off.
Yep, I were friends. I were French. I were friends for friends. I was French for the final. It's mad at Mbappe.
Kylian.
I would always like, Mbappe's overrated and that. Obviously prefer Ireland because I'm a City fan, and I do still prefer Ireland. But Mbappe showed this World Cup. He's a fucking different. He's unbelievable. How can he score? I know 2 were pens, but Harry Kane's
score 2 pens.
Ask Harry Kane. It's been put to bed. But in actually, in a World Cup final, you still don't win cup. You can't do any more than that.
No, I agree. Well done, Kylian. Sorry about your loss,
You're
man.
a good lad, but you doubt to PSG. Just sack Messi. Tell him fuck off, man.
So, that is everything that happened in 2022.
That's looking back. Let's look forward very quickly. What? Let's set a goal for 2023.
Let's set
a personal goal.
Here we go.
And a channel goal.
Yeah, there you go.
Personal goal.
1 personal goal for Dan, 1 personal goal for Andy, and 1 fine and dandy goal for 2023. My personal goal is to stop being a gunner and start being a doer.
And how you gonna hold yourself to that? How can I make this quantifiable? Give me some KPIs.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to write my small goals down.
There's a lot about gunners, isn't
there? Small steps to achieve my goals. And I'm going to achieve more things instead of saying I'm going to do this. And I'm actually a disappointment to people because I say I'm going to do stuff and I never do it. So I need to stop that. I want to stop that behaviour. I'm good at gym.
Yeah, apart from the obvious, that's a good one. That's a good. I'm gonna hold that. It's hard to say that we aren't saying gonna.
I know, yeah.
I'm gonna hold you. To that.
You actually need to though, because you know I'm a bastard for that.
Yes, obvious gym's that fitness, but I want to do things that.
You've got a huge goal to achieve. We're not revealing it on this episode, but
we'll reveal at the right time. Probably we'll record this holiday. I don't know. It's a bit cliche and it's not really quantifiable, but I just want to push myself and ourselves and do things out the ordinary, a bit like what I'm going to do, but you only get one spin. I don't want to spend it playing PlayStation, Lego, Harry Potter and stuff. I want to make stuff that I'm proud of, and I want to push myself to see. I want to look back. I want to do this time next year. I want to look back and go, fucking hell, man. We've absolutely smashed it.
My goal for the new year is to watch this video in 12 months' time and be in a totally different, more successful position. Yeah. That's my goal for the next year.
I don't want to be recording it up here above my bedroom, man.
I want to have a studio for Fine and Dandy. I want Fine and Dandy to be taken serious. Well, right, let's do Fine and Dandy's goal.
Carry on.
I want to have a studio for Fine and Dandy. I want Fine and Dandy to be taken seriously. Not because of personal gain, but I want the channel and the Spotify and the whole Fine and Dandy experience to become monetized for the reason of, so I can take time off work, focus on this, and it makes me happy to do it. I want to be booking guests that I proper want to talk to, doing beer brewery tours. I want to get people onto it that inspire us and therefore inspire people who are watching. That's honestly what I want to do for the channel.
I want to put more in. You want to put more effort in and actually fucking do something.
Yeah. Mainly that.
To be honest with you, but yeah, I want to keep going. You know, we're on 98 subs now. We'll love 100 before Christmas.
As actual goal, we're to get 100 by end of this year, and we're on 98.
Yeah, 2 fake accounts, here we come. But, no, genuine, subs goal, where do you want to be at for 2023?
A subscribers goal on YouTube.
End of. It's a big statement.
2,000.
I was thinking 2,000, no shit. Touch wood. 2,000, you heard it here first. Look, we're going to try as best. We're going to keep smashing it. You keep smashing it. You set your goals. Achieve what you can do. Tom, if you're listening, I might actually do some like breathing stuff and all that, and some cold showers, but not me. It's freezing. I might do it in somewhere and it's really hot. Keep smashing it. We're going to try and keep smashing it. And thanks for tuning in if you're having 2022. It's been a pleasure. We've enjoyed it. It's not his first year. It's his first full year. But we've enjoyed it. It's been a pleasure on it.
Yeah, it's been fucking
sick.
sick.
And I'm looking forward to the future, man.
Thanks for the 98 people that subscribed this year. And thanks in advance for the 1,102
No,
people.
1,898.
898 people that are going to subscribe.
No, 1,902.
902 people. Thanks for subscribing next year.
And we want to go to a beer festival.
Oh, we're going to go to a beer festival.
And we want to do world's longest pod.
We're going to hold a world record this year. Love you, man. Let's do it.
Shy. Right. Thank you. And like we say, all you 298, but anyone else who's ever liked, comment, subscribe, sent us something, said to us in person, I like what you're doing if you've not watched it. It means a lot.
Thanks for your support.
We're going to continue whether you like it or not. And if you might think we're wasting time, I don't give a shit, because what else am I going to do with my time? See you later, man. Have a good one and Happy New Year.
Feliz Navidad. Oh no, sorry, how long's I?
Bye, we're Scotland.